Hello, dear friends. We are now beginning to understand some concepts that have been kept secret. Opinion piece. How to ascend beyond bliss. Proton shower. Presence status. Massive awakening. Natural absorption. Change of consciousness. Galactic lineage cleansing. Externalization of the spirit. Let's start. Human and planetary ascension is a process that involves spiritual awakening and a change of consciousness that allows human beings to rise to higher levels of existence. It is a spiritual journey that goes beyond the physical, involving a profound evolution of the being in all its aspects to achieve greater understanding, connection, and transcendence. This process can be gradual and encompasses physical, mental, and emotional aspects. It is related to the integration of new energy, the development of sensory and telepathic abilities, as well as changes in perception and personal identity. It also implies the acceptance of internal transformations to achieve a deeper understanding. It is a process that requires harmony, acceptance, and love towards oneself and the change that it entails. Additionally, it is associated with connecting with higher dimensions, releasing hidden potential, and radiating light and love to the world. But Ruben Torres believes that there is no ascension. We are already light. We have already ascended everything that we should ascend, and we only have to leave the nursery and recognize ourselves as guardians. Mental control, materialized in the form of beliefs, traditions, and identity, are the tools that, in the hands of these entities, twist us at will until they squeeze us like lemons. We have an infinite potential, a devastating capacity. We are an inexhaustible source of energy because we are permanently connected to it, but we limited our range to serve them only what they needed. We are universal creators and have the capacity to materialize entire universes, but we have been reduced to simple energy dispensaries. Description. According to Steve Biko, entering the fifth dimension is often described as leaving behind the cycle of birth and death, becoming immortals, we always were, and becoming a pillar in the temple that no longer needs to live. That is, we are not reborn in the third or fourth density. The state beyond bliss, characterized by unceasing peace of mind, found in absolute stillness and presence, is known as Jagrat Sushupti. This term means conscious sleep and resembles a state of deep conscious sleep. It represents a level of consciousness in which one experiences a deep sense of tranquility and awareness, while being in a state that combines the apex of wakefulness and deep sleep. The concept of Jagrat Sushupti encompasses a unique state of consciousness that transcends ordinary waking and sleep and deep sleep, offering a profound experience of mental calm and heightened awareness. This state represents a deep level of consciousness that transcends ordinary wakefulness and deep sleep. This awareness reflects a harmonious blend of alertness and restorative tranquility, providing a deep sense of inner peace and presence that goes beyond mere wakefulness or ordinary sleep. The level of enlightenment that corresponds to ascension is beyond the normal enlightenment of the seventh chakra. I think it is what is called Sahaya Samadhi. More recently, Matthew Watt was questioned whether there is a final climatic event. Matthew was one of the designers of Earth's master plan for ascension. I consider him qualified to speak on the subject. Ecstasy. Despite bodily and sensory activity, there is no external awareness, similar to that of a child fast asleep, who is not aware of his mother feeding him, known as Sahaya Nirvikalpa Samadhi. In that state, a yogi remains inactive even while engaging in activities, experiencing a natural absorption into himself without concepts. This state represents a deep level of self-awareness that transcends external stimuli and mental constructs, allowing for a deep sense of inner peace and unity with the self. Sahaja Nirvikalpa Samadhi represents a constant and natural absorption of the mind, where the individual experiences a continuous state of absorption into the self without mental fluctuations. It is a state of deep spiritual bliss that is effortless and continuous through daily activities. The mind becomes completely absorbed in the self, leading to a state of pure consciousness and stillness. On the other hand, Jagrat Sushupti refers to a unique state in which waking sleep or sleeping wakefulness is experienced. It is characterized by being in a state of deep consciousness and stillness that is located between the states of sleep and wakefulness, while maintaining perfect consciousness and stillness. Practices. To achieve Jagrat Sushupti, a state that combines waking sleep or sleeping wakefulness, one must follow certain practices rooted in spiritual traditions. Practice meditation to cultivate awareness and stillness of mind. Understand the four states of consciousness: wakefulness, sleep, deep sleep, and transcendental consciousness. The state of deep sleep involves withdrawing from physical and mental activities to achieve a state of dreamless sleep in which the mind is absorbed into itself. Upon entering Sushupti, one can experience a subtle, intuitive awareness that is neither mental nor intellectual, leading to a state of bliss and happiness. Externalization. Externalizing is the act of moving spirit outside the body. Externalization would be the most normal state of a spirit that becomes aware of being itself independent of the physical body. Then you know that you are not the body, and you gain practical certainty about your own spiritual identity. Externalization consists of placing the spirit half a meter behind the head. Externalization, according to Ron Hubbard, involves the separation of the thetan or spiritual being from the physical body, allowing for an out-of-body experience. This practice is considered an important step towards understanding the spiritual nature of the individual and their connection to the universe. Hubbard also addressed topics such as self-awareness, personal development, and overcoming mental obstacles to achieve a state of spiritual clarity and liberation. The strength of the spirit is always as great as its externalization, and its depth is determined by the extent in which it manifests itself in the external world. The true depth and strength of a spirit is revealed through its manifestation and action in the material world, suggesting a connection between the inner essence of a spirit and its outer expression. Aikido. Various disciplines, such as Aikido and Japanese martial arts, value the externalization of the spirit as a fundamental element in their practice. It refers to focusing the spirit on a specific point, in this case, half a meter behind the head as part of discipline and concentration. In Aikido, the one point refers to a central concept that represents the center of all human energies, a gradual point of balance and concentration that guides the practice of this martial art. In Aikido, the importance of concentrating and externalizing the spirit is highlighted to enhance energy and breathing during practice. Furthermore, it is mentioned that in the teachings of the masters, there is a way to externalize the spirit known as thanshin. It refers to a state of permanent alert or constant vigilance that is characterized by conserving energy and consciousness during and after action, which contributes to spiritual development. Display. Remote viewing of the Ascension event by Greg Reese. The raw material calls this event the harvest and says that it happens every 25,000 years when those who have spiritually evolved ascend to a higher dimension, while those who have not do so remain. They reincarnate again in the third dimension. In Christianity, it is the rapture, but when believers are taken to heaven while the rest of humanity suffers the tribulation. But this is a controversial question. According to UFO research, the most common story is that the Greys destroyed their own planet and came to Earth to experiment on humanity in a desperate attempt to survive. Unable to reproduce sexually, they experiment on humankind with genetic science and technology to sustain their own species, as if creating a kind of human Frankenstein was the only way for this race to survive. It is interesting to note that Elon Musk wants to give everyone brain implants and says we need to escape the planet. But according to race material, there are two factions of non-humans on Earth. One is on the path of service to others, here to help humankind become spiritually liberated. And the other one is on the path of service to self, to enslave humanity for their own selfish needs. Proton shower. Solar protons are raining down on Earth's upper atmosphere today after an explosion on March 14th from a sunspot. This is causing an event of absorption of waves in the polar cap. Shortwave radio transmissions within the Arctic Circle are absorbed by the ionizing effect of protons. This event is expected to continue for at least another 24 hours. Messages. Message from the angels. What you love will flourish and grow in your life. So love what you can, here and now, because in the frequency of love you will attract more. It will teach you the power of your own focus. Message from Keshraj. The three-dimensional reality was a world united by fear, but now the time has come to release that fear. By doing this, the reality constructed by fear collapses. We enter a world that is held together by love. The duck fights a losing battle, according to Mike Kinsey. In the very near future, the duck will lose their power. Rest assured, they will be held accountable for their actions. It is not revenge we seek, and the guilty and the culprits will be treated fairly according to the law. Message from Bennett Ross. You are a presence that transcends the labels and limitations that the world has imposed on you. Explore the vast ocean of human potential that is your true nature. Discover your richness and complexity. Recognize your power and immerse yourself in the true essence of your being. Drop the masks and confront your fears and vulnerabilities. Embrace and honor your authenticity. Progress of Humankind by Kate Udall. What happens on the surface is just the tip of the iceberg. What is beginning to emerge is a greater and deeper position of compassion energy. Humanity is more compassionate towards those who suffer, rather than accepting war, inequality, and injustice as normal. Cleansing the Galactic Lineage by Natalia Alba. As ascending souls, many of you are immersed in a phase of cleaning the galactic lineage. Since the end of February, the energies our planet is receiving are helping us unify polarities, healing our galactic lineage, readjusting our light bodies, and creating more stabilization, so we can regain wholeness and harmony. There is a mass awakening of starseeds that poses unique codes that exist in the current planetary transition. You are all a gift to humankind. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.